Over the last few days, I've been upgrading and renovating my tiny home YouTube studio, and I want to show you in this video a very first look at some of the upgrades that I've done. Now, there are 3 stages to my YouTube studio upgrades. Number 1 is now complete, and that's what we're showing you in this video today. Number 1 was the painting of all the walls. We are putting the acoustic panels on the back, changing the lighting, and getting the scene right for my talking head videos. That is stage 1, and then stage 2 is the desk. That's what we're moving on to next, and then completely rebuilding everything, redoing all the cable management, and then stage 3 is gear upgrades. So let me know what you think about this brand new YouTube studio upgrade. I really like it so far. I think it's looking awesome. I'm toying with the idea of putting some shelves behind me up here that are slightly offset, so like they overlap a little bit like that. And I'm thinking of putting them behind me and then putting like some greenery that hangs over the top. I'm not sure if that would be too much or not, so you'll have to let me know what you think. But the studio upgrade is going well so far. We've obviously swapped things over, so the plant was over this side and the bookshelf was over this side before, but we've decided to move it around for a couple of reasons. First one is cable management. So all of my Wi-Fi stuff and all my extension cables are actually over this side. So there was a couple of them that were just dangling on the floor before. So now I've decided to move them over here so they all kind of sit nicely and they're cable tied together, and use nice little sleeves and stuff to make sure that all the cable management is perfect and hidden away so you can't see it, and it's all nice and hidden at the back now, right on this bottom shelf that's actually out of camera view. There's another shelf below this bookshelf, so it's right at the bottom, and all of the stuff is hidden behind that, so you can't even see it. So all my cable management is now in one place and it looks great. The other reason is the plant just goes perfectly with the line. You can see that wall back there, that was white before. We've now painted this 3/4 of the room blue. The only room that's not blue now is the one right in front of me. We've kept that white purely because the panels that are attached to it, you can't really do anything with it. You can paint over them, but it would have been a lot of hassle, so I haven't bothered. I've just left that one white. Plus it keeps the room a little bit lighter. It doesn't make it so dark. So we've got the wood panels, which are acoustic panels behind me, and they are brilliant. They're so good. They're so easy to install. You literally just measure them, cut them with a saw and a pair of scissors. You can cut the felt with the scissors, the wood with the saw, and then you just screw them into the wall, and you get these little black screws. You can get a box of like 200 of them for like under $10, and there's little black screws. The camera probably won't focus on that, I'd imagine. Will it focus? There you go. You get those little black screws there for like a box of 200 for like a tenner, and you can just screw them straight into the felt, and you can't even see them because obviously it's black felt, and it just goes floor to ceiling and it just looks great. So that's the wood panels. They are done. Next, we've changed the lighting a little bit so it's a bit warmer. You've got a warm light over there, warm lights here. Before, if you look at any of my previous videos, there were a little bit of blue going on, so we've kept it nice and warm tones just to see what that's like. So this is the first video I'm making just to test what this sort of scene looks like, and I like it so far. I'm really happy with it. There's a couple of things I want to do going forward. I want to get a Govee strip light to put behind the plant over here to go all the way up to the top, because as you can see from the top there's a big gap where there's no light, so I just want that to just go all the way up to the top so it frames the light, it frames the plant better and frames the room better. That's one thing I want to do. What else do I want to do in here? Obviously I want to get a new desk. At the moment I've got this 2.5 meter monstrosity of a laminate piece of worktop from IKEA, which is mounted on top of 2 Alex drawers also from IKEA, and it's fine, but it's just huge, and the cable management is terrible because when I tried to do it initially I messed up the cable management just so much. So I'm redoing all of that, redoing all the cable management, getting a new standing desk. If I want to stand up and work, I can, and I can have that either up or down, and I'm going to have the monitors also mounted to that. At some point I'm going to get a new monitor. At the moment I've got a 34-inch ultra wide. It's too big for me, so I'm going to get maybe a 32-inch or 27-inch, which doesn't sound like a huge difference, but it actually is. And I'm going to increase the quality because my one is an IPS panel, and I'm going to change that so I've got a 4K OLED panel, so it's just going to be much higher quality. And that's what I'm going to get with the monitor. The next thing I'm going to get is a microphone, because I've got the Deity VO7U podcast mic, but that isn't compatible with the Rodecaster Duo. So fun fact, if ever you're buying a Rodecaster Duo, you need to check what USB mic you have. Any XLR mic is probably fine, but USB mics, there is a list of compatible microphones, and most of them, if not all of them, are Rode. And this one is not compatible with the Rodecaster Duo. I was trying for ages to get it to work, and it just didn't work. So I need to get a new mic. I'm probably going to get the Shure SM7B because it's the best mic, arguably. And the XLR cable, I'm going to get a new boom arm, because this one, it's good. It comes with the Deity VO7U podcast mic, and it's good if you're in close proximity. The problem is, if I was doing like a podcast or a stream or something over this side of my desk and I move it, watch what happens. It doesn't support its own weight, basically. So I'm looking at some different options. The one I've probably decided to settle on is the Elgato Wave mic arm, purely because it has built-in cable management, has a really robust design, so it will support its own weight. If you move it around, it will be absolutely fine. And mainly the cable management, and it's completely black and would blend in, basically. So that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking of getting it. So that is my updates so far for my studio. Still a few things I want to tweak and do, but let me know what you think just from this talking head shot, just from this compared to my other videos, because we had the black wall before, like a black brick wall effect. It was wallpaper, but it was a black brick wall effect. So let me know what you think down in the comments, and we're going to be doing a lot more to this studio. Obviously, you've only seen this talking headshot. This is like a preview, if you like. There'll be a full studio tour once this is finished. But the important part is done. Like the bit you can see in the camera is now done. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and what you think we should do for the home studio. Cable management is definitely one. Standing desk is next. And then it's just going to be some sort of lighting and gear upgrades, that sort of thing. But if you want to see what it's like when it's completed and it's all done, see the full studio tour for my tiny little YouTube studio, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you are enjoying this, make sure you like the video. But I'll catch you in the next one.